Welcome back to a new video here in SUALVI. In this video, as you have seen in the title and the picture and the intro, I'm going to show you how you can make a cool wave fill text animation. It's pretty easy, not that complicated, and you can be really creative with it. So let's get started right away. So first of all, what you need to do is create a new Fusion composition. Doesn't matter the duration. Make sure the time frame is the same as your timeline, and then we're gonna go into it. Inside our Fusion composition, the first thing that we need to do is, if you want a transparent background, you just take the alpha out of this. If you don't, you can leave it. For the sake of this tutorial, we're gonna leave it on, and we're gonna make a gradient on our background just because we can, right? And quickly just make a gradient like that. I'm gonna change the two colors. It's gonna be red and yellow, maybe red and yellow. Let's do that yellowish. So it's sort of like a sunset, I guess. All right, then we have that. We're gonna add a merge node. With the merge node, there's two ways you can do it. You can do two text nodes, and then there's one without one. So let me just show you the way I did it for the intro. So the first thing that I do is I create a text node, and then I connect it here. I write my text. So it's gonna be SUALVI again, just for the tutorial sake, and then you can find the font that you like. We're just gonna use this normal default for now because it doesn't really matter right now for the tutorial. All right, then we're gonna go here to the shading section, and you're gonna go to appearance and text outline. Click on that so it takes the inside out of the text, and then we're gonna decrease the thickness of it so it's a little bit thin, so that it gives us more space for our actual wave to get in. Alright, so then when we have that, you can animate this, or let's animate it right away. So we're gonna do a quick zoom animation. So for that, not zoom, like a size, I guess. We're gonna create a keyframe here for 0. Then we're gonna go, let's say frame 16. Gonna create a new keyframe. We're gonna go back and we're gonna make these really small. Okay, then we have our animation ready. What we wanna do is we're gonna copy this node, press Ctrl C, and then we're gonna press Ctrl V, and we're gonna connect this here, and that will make it will create a new merge node automatically when we connect it that way. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're gonna add a new background here. We're gonna connect this to our text node. Then we're gonna press Ctrl M or Shift M to open your selection tool, and then we're gonna write down wave or waviness to add this node. And then on that node, we're gonna also press again the same thing, and we're just gonna add a transform node again, so we have our things ready. Then you can go to the wave section. It's not gonna show anything yet, but we're just gonna change this to horizontal, and then we can play around with these values right here. So then when we go to our background, we're gonna select the polygon tool, and we're gonna, oh, one thing I forgot to mention is you're gonna go to your text again, and you're gonna go to the shading part if you copy the same node, and you want to change the appearance to text fill. And now we don't see it because we already have the shadow. The first time, if you do it right at the beginning, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so then we go back. We're gonna go to our polygon, and then we're gonna just draw our first polygon lines. They don't have to be perfect because you'll see why in a minute. Okay, we have this here. If we press play right now, it's not gonna do anything. The waviness doesn't animate the thing by itself. So what you want to do is you're gonna go to our polygon, and then let's say at frame 18, you can create new ones, or just select it and add a little bit of movement like these. Then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. We're just gonna add a bit more movement to our polygons, and when you do these, it's gonna create the keyframes automatically, right? And then we're gonna go, you can just add one movement if you want. It will just sort of like a keyframe from here and another one here, and it will still do the same effect because the waviness node reacts as the thing moves, as your polyline moves, right? So we're gonna go to our waviness, and then we can scale it down a bit so it's not that big. I don't want it to be super like small waves. So then right now, if we play it back, we'll see that it's moving like that already, and that's because this polygon is being animated. So you'll see as sort of like the thing reacts as the actual polygon moves. We're gonna add a new one here and make this one a little bit smaller like that. Okay, we have our wave ready. All right, we're ready to dance. So then how do we animate the fill section? Okay, we're gonna select that's what our transform node is for. First, we're gonna see where our text comes from. So it comes and gets to the point here at 16. So maybe we can wait like 2 or 3 keyframes, which is gonna be less than a second, but it still adds a little bit of like a pause there. And we're gonna go to our transform node and we're gonna bring it down. And the reason why you wanna make your polygon big like this is that you wanna be able to fill your whole text when you use your transform node to animate this. Okay, so then we're gonna create a keyframe here for the position, and then we're gonna go, let's go 10 frames, so 28. I'm gonna bring it back all the way up to maybe the middle, and then we're gonna go maybe 36, so like 8 more frames forward, and then we're gonna bring it to fill the whole text. And the reason for this is that we're gonna press F and we're gonna go to our displacement, which is the movement. We're gonna select everything and we're gonna press F. This way we can select this one and we're gonna press T, and that's gonna ease it, and then adjust these sections, and then let's see how that looks. So it sort of like stops a little bit and then continues, and I like that effect a little. I really like how that looks, right? Instead of just being one straight line going forward. And then what I did also, I went to the settings right here on the transform node, and then you want to add a motion blur, and you can also do the same steps for the spline and the motion blur on the other nodes. Like here you can press F, and that's gonna make the waves a little bit more smoother. And you can also add a bit of motion blur here. I like to decrease the shutter angle for these. And then one last thing we can add this is to our text, and we're gonna press F, and we're gonna press ease in and ease out. And then we're gonna do the same for these other text, but since we already have it here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy these again, I'm gonna paste it right here, and then I'm gonna replace these so that I don't have to guess the animation part. I'm gonna get rid of that old node, and now if we look at it, let's see what it does. Oh, right now, since I copied again, I forgot I had to do these again, so I had to do the shading part and make the fill thing, because otherwise it's not gonna work. And the shading and the colors already got disappear again, so I forgot about that, but it's not a big deal. We just go to the gradient again and add the colors, and we're gonna be like bluish, I guess. It's gonna be these, and then it's gonna be a little bit darker. Okay, so that looks actually like water, right? And we can also see how it looks right now. Yeah, and that's how you make a really cool and quick and easy wave fill effect. You can only use this text if you want, so it's gonna be like without anything like showing up, and it's up to you. You can get rid of that or add more effects to it, but yeah, that's the basics behind it. So I hope that you like this tutorial, that you find this effect cool, interesting, and that you can use it sometime in your editing when you're making videos for fun or for work or whenever you need to. So it's always an option that you already know how to do after you watch this video. So without further ado, I just want to say thanks for watching. If you got all the way to this part of the video, don't forget to leave a comment down below if you did enjoy this video, and leave a like. That will help the video to get shared or get shown to more people. Again, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next episode here in SUALVI.